What's up, everybody? Michael and Coco here to do some technical analysis on the SP 500. We're going to look at the daily time frame and the 30-minute time frame. I want to keep this video under 5 minutes because I got a lot of stuff to get ready. I'm going to be leaving out of town here this weekend to Arizona. Going to play some golf. Coco needs a babysitter, so let me know if you want a babysitter. All right, let's get into it. All right, so we are here on the daily time frame. First, I just want to zoom in. Bada bing, bada boom. We are looking at this price action that formed today. Now, yesterday we said that this was an evening star setup, and it's a bearish kind of reversal pattern. Makes sense. But towards the end of the day, that last minute, I saw all this volume rushing, which I found was quite interesting. So I just wanted to point out now what happened today, and we'll hop into the 30-minute time frame to see the price action. But it gapped down, not by a lot. It gapped down, moved lower to about 30.23. Now, if you watch the E-mini future contracts for the S&P 500, it actually touched down to 3,000, which is the level that we can kind of been keeping an eye on. But the price moved all the way up and closed above 30.80, which was yesterday's resistance that we talked about. So resistance, when it's broken, it then becomes support. This right here is a piercing pattern. Typically, a piercing pattern means that there could be a move to the upside. And man, this price action has just been so fluctuated. It's quite crazy. Let me zoom out. So now that you can see kind of what it looks like it's going to do. I mean, it's just going to be sitting here at that resistance level of, 3150. And then it has this other lower range of 3,000. I feel like the price is just going to keep bouncing back and forth in there. I don't see why it couldn't. It is kind of forming somewhat of a symmetrical triangle if you want to look at it like that. It's kind of making lower highs right here and then higher lows right down. You can kind of go back from about this range, maybe even just closer. So, I mean, it's kind of coiling up to potentially make a big move, but ultimately, I think it's just going to continue to bounce within this kind of tight, 3,000 to 3,100, maybe a little bit higher range. So about 100-point range. It's just kind of sitting in there, bouncing back and forth like a bouncy ball. All right, let's go ahead and go to the 30-minute time frame. All right, so we're here at the 30-minute time frame. This is what I want to quickly point out. So these two blue lines, those represented the support and resistance for the tighter channel that we said that it could be bouncing around in yesterday's video. And something very interesting took place today. As you can see, the price opened up right here on this candle. It formed a big hammer candle, and typically when you see these big hammer candles, they act as some sort of reversal, but really the price just went sideways throughout the day. Now, what's interesting is if you actually scope in, you can see it's actually kind of formed a kind of like lower highs, like kind of a descending triangle. Now, we were saying that this was a bear flag pattern, but it was in somewhat bullish context on the daily time frame. And as you can see, it kept on trying to hit this trend line, hit this trend line, hit this trend line. And then finally, towards the end of the day, in the last hour, it broke above it and really shot up. And the MACD really started getting bullish, kind of like spreading open to really like move higher. And then, as you can see, the day closed above 30.80, which now turns this as an area of support. So what do I think is going to really take place moving forward? Well, let's go ahead and map out support and resistance areas. The first area of resistance I'm going to call 31.15. That's the one to keep an eye on. And the reason why is because the price action on this day on the 23rd gapped down, retested it, and as you can see back in the previous history of the chart, it did act as resistance and support as well in the previous history. So I feel like that's going to be a big area right there, that 31.15. So the price might move up there and then might come back down. Like we've been saying, it's been kind of ping-ponging around. And as far as a support goes, I mean, I would just keep an eye kind of on this trend line right here. So this trend line, it broke out, and typically when you get breakouts, you get some sort of retest. So it's very possible that that could be an area of support. Now, if you're looking for a horizontal line for support, I guess you can just say right here would be that area, the 30.80, which we just previously discussed. And the reason why that's support is, well, we mapped it out in the previous history of the chart. It was support here, it was support there, then it acted as resistance right through here, and then acted as resistance again until it broke above. So overall, yeah, I mean, it does look like it's breaking out higher to the upside, so we might close on somewhat of a rally tomorrow. But I would expect resistance, like I said, up in that range at 31.15 to 31.27, right around up in here. That kind of zone right here is kind of going to be a resistance zone, and there's kind of a window that has to be filled. So when a window is filled, the area where it closes is typically a big resistance, as well as right potentially here. So yeah, we might see it here, bounce around tomorrow, or maybe even rally up to the previous high. It's anybody's game at this point, but it does look like the price action is moving forward to the upside direction heading into tomorrow. But we'll see. All right, guys, that's all I have for you. I will see you on the next S&P 500 technical analysis update. Bye. Hey guys, Michael Silva here. Look at, I like to hide these little things in my videos because, you know, I find them to be important, but I told everybody previously that that was a symmetrical triangle, but really what people don't understand is that wasn't a symmetrical triangle. That's known as a jet ski pattern. After today, like yesterday it was a donkey pattern, and then the day before was a loaded gun, and now I cannot believe this. It just formed into the jet ski pattern. And let me show you what I mean here, okay? When you get this type of price action, this type of volatility, man, it's like riding an ocean, okay? Or a jet ski on an ocean. What you see here is obviously this move down, okay? We'll make it blue. I can't believe this. And then you see this right here, okay? This is what I showed everybody. It's a symmetrical pattern, but what I left out was this important part. Can't believe this. Look at, oh my gosh. Look at, boom. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. I don't even know what to do with myself right now. Do you see this? Okay. This right here is the jet ski pattern, and how I know this is because you can see the wake it's leaving behind it. This right here is waves in the ocean. If I were to draw out a horizontal line, you can clearly see that it's sitting on the ocean and it's spraying its water back. You know, it's called a rooster tail. You know, when you go really fast and the boat just goes and it shoots water out, it's leaving its rooster tail. So, and as you can see, if you can't clearly see that this is a jet ski pattern, well then imagine me, okay? Imagine me sitting right here with my leg hanging down on each side, and I'm grabbing the steering wheel like this. Then I have my long hair blowing in the wind just like this. And then I have a smug little smile on my face, you know, like just a happy dude on a jet ski would. And clearly it's just riding its wave, just woo! The jet ski pattern. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.